If you had been born in Berlin or in one of those postcard-perfect, quiet villages of Bavaria, you would have been born into a life that is orderly, planned, and safe. From your very first days, the rules at home would have been clear. Meal times, bedtimes, even the place for your toys would all have their own order. Before we continue with the video, please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment, and sharing it. Your childhood would have taken place in an environment where both modern conveniences and deep-rooted traditions are intertwined. You would search for chocolate eggs hidden in the garden at Easter, and during Christmas, you go to the Weihnachtsmarkt and drink hot chocolate. During summer vacations, you'd get used to going camping with your family in the Alps or visiting the windy beaches along the North Sea coast. There was a high expectation of success in your school life. Many families would strive to send their children to academic high schools called gymnasium. Discipline was important in the classroom. Teachers would give feedback directly, and sometimes even harshly. Germans are generally clear and honest in communication. They don't beat around the bush. Sometimes this could feel reassuring, but other times it might come across as too blunt. In your youth, pop culture and sports were also a part of your life. Soccer is the most popular sport in the country. On match days for clubs like Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, the streets would be filled with people wearing jerseys. Bundesliga matches would be the main topic of friendly conversations and pub gatherings. In the winter months, sports like skiing and biathlon also attracted a lot of attention. Your love life usually progressed slowly but steadily. First dates would usually start with drinking coffee in the university garden or taking a bike ride around the lake. Germans don't express their feelings quickly or with grand declarations. But trust and loyalty are always at the forefront. Long-term relationships are common, and any promise you make to your partner is taken as seriously as a written contract. German cuisine would also become an important part of your life. At breakfast, fresh bread and a variety of cheeses, and for lunch, sausages, bratwurst, or potato salad kartoffelsalat would always be on your table. Every region would have its own unique dishes. In Bavaria, the pretzel and beer culture would stand out, while in the north, fresh fish and seafood would be prominent, and in the south, meat dishes would take center stage. For dessert, Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, black forest cake, or apple pie would be among the favorites. Life after university would require seriousness in your career. You would have the chance to find a job in many sectors, from automotive to engineering, from biotechnology to environmental technologies. However, you could face challenges like high rent in big cities or a lack of job opportunities in small towns. While living in Germany, you might sometimes find yourself at the center of economic and social debates. Even though the country is generally economically strong, high energy costs, the deepening housing crisis, and especially rising rent prices in big cities were serious sources of complaints among the public. Energy transition policies created both hope and concern, especially for those working in industry. The middle class often had to tighten their belts more than in the past due to rising living costs. In social life, debates would flare up over immigration policies, climate protests, and the resurgence of far-right movements. While multicultural life was common especially in big cities, anti-immigrant rhetoric could increase in some rural areas. Climate movements like Fridays for Future enjoyed strong support among young people, while some groups criticized these actions for disrupting traffic or making daily life more difficult. The existence of marginal groups nostalgic for the Nazi era was a sign that society still hadn't fully come to terms with its past. There was a balanced order in marriage and family life. Even though you could freely choose your partner, it was common to wear traditional outfits at weddings. In Bavaria, celebrations with lederhosen and dirndl were popular, while in the north, Sudetoranler were widespread. When you reached old age, the social security provided by the state, retirement pension, and comprehensive healthcare services made you feel largely financially secure. Your quality of life was maintained thanks to regular health checkups, home care services, and social activities offered by municipalities for the elderly. However, if you lived in a rural area, things would be a bit different. Because the younger population migrated to big cities, neighborly relations would weaken, and you would have to put in more effort on your own to meet your daily needs. The infrequency of bus services and the difficulty in accessing basic services like shopping and hospitals would make life in old age slower, but also a bit more challenging. Still, living in close contact with nature in villages, leading a quiet and peaceful life away from the chaos of the cities, would be a valuable choice for those who want a tranquil old age. Being born in Germany meant living a life woven with discipline and order. Taking walks in nature, riding your bike for miles, sipping hot drinks at Christmas markets, sharing the same excitement with everyone at soccer matches. Sometimes a bit too serious, sometimes warm and friendly, but always part of a strong culture. Don't forget to write in the comments which country you'd like to see in the next video. You ask for it, we make it happen.